Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sparkin over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid. The Denver Broncos added depth to the offensive line room on Wednesday evening, agreeing to terms with veteran offensive lineman Tom Compton on a one-year contract. As of recording this video, the terms of the deal have yet to be disclosed, but Pro Football Focus projected Compton to sign a $1.75 million deal this offseason, so the deal figures to be somewhere around there. Compton has played guard and tackle over the course of his career, but he figures to be in competition for the right tackle position this offseason. In this video, we will break down how I feel about the signing, as well as how Compton figures to fit that role for the Denver Broncos. But before we get into that, a couple of housekeeping matters to attend to. We are trying to grow this community and include as many people in the conversation as possible, so I do ask a couple of favors of you. A like on this video would be greatly appreciated. It would really go a long way. If you would like to add to the conversation, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I would really love to interact with you. And speaking of interaction, go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL for more coverage of our Denver Broncos as well as the NFL in general. And with that out of the way, let's get into the rest of the video. Compton came into the NFL as a 6th round pick out of South Dakota by the Washington football team under then head coach Mike Shanahan and offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan. After being in a backup role for his first 2.5 seasons, Compton was named Washington's starting right tackle midway through the 2014 season. Following a return to a backup role for Washington in 2015, Compton signed with the Atlanta Falcons in the 2016 offseason, where he was reunited with Kyle Shanahan. Compton was Atlanta's swing tackle that season, which was, of course, their Super Bowl season. After a 2017 season with the Chicago Bears, Compton signed a one-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings in 2018, where he started 14 games for them at left guard. Compton was a middle-of-the-pack guard in the 2018 season according to Pro Football Focus, posting an overall grade of 62.4, which ranked 46th out of 77 eligible guards. After starting 5 games at right guard for the New York Jets in 2019, Compton signed with the San Francisco 49ers in 2020, once again reuniting him with Kyle Shanahan. Compton has spent the past 2 seasons in a swing role for the 49ers, though he has seen some playing time, starting 13 games for them over the past 2 seasons, including the final 10 games at right tackle for them on their run to the NFC Championship game. In those 10 games last year, Compton was very productive as a run blocker, with Pro Football Focus ranking him the 4th best run blocking tackle with a grade of 89.5. According to Sports Info Solutions, Compton only had 2 blown run blocks and 255 run blocking snaps last season. That's impressive. Compton was up and down as a pass blocker last season, with PFF grading him a 64.6, which ranked 50th out of 80 eligible tackles. Compton had 16 blown blocks and 291 pass blocking reps last season. In San Francisco last season, Compton worked under new Broncos offensive line coach Butch Barry, who was the 49ers assistant offensive line coach last season. Compton has also spent a majority of his career in a West Coast style offense, so he's going to be quite familiar with the terminology and the blocking concepts that this offense is going to use. Compton definitely isn't going to be the Broncos' long-term solution at the right tackle position, but he would be a very effective duct tape solution. It will solve the problem well enough for now in the event we cannot find an upgrade at that position right away. We have finally ended our revolving door at quarterback. Will we finally be able to do the same at right tackle this season? So those are my thoughts on the Tom Compton signing. Definitely a solid move by the Broncos in my opinion. Best case scenario, you have a top tier backup. Worst case scenario, you have a competent starting right tackle for the 2022 season. Compton may not be a world beater by any stretch of the imagination, but he is a very solid addition to the Denver Broncos. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, Broncos Country. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at Gage Madrid NFL. And for now, this has been another episode of Sparkin over Broncos, the show where we spark conversation about our Denver Broncos. I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.